Here we have a 2008 BMW X3 xDrive 2-litre diesel M Sport in black. Starting with the offside front tyre. Tread depth, we're looking at easily good at 4 to 5mm in the centre of the tread there. Looking at the offside front alloy, condition wise, as you can see, got some minor curb marks around there. There's a couple of scratches around some of these spokes, etc. But the only sign of any curbing is at the top here, so not too bad condition really for the vehicle's age. Looking at the offside front arch, as you can see, looks like quite a lot of the paint has come off here. Had a scuff mark. You can see it's had paint to it previously, but you can see it's not the best job. You can see the scratches down here, going to need some paint maybe. But as you can see, this is going to require some smart repair work. Looking down the offside of the vehicle, taking a good look down the bodywork. And there is the odd one or two light dinks, but they are very light. There's no real sign of any dents at all. There's quite a few light scratches to the paintwork. Obviously it is black, it's a sunny day, so it does show everything under the sun, so it really does require good full body mop and polish really. You've got a scuff mark there on the driver's mirror. Looking at your driver's door itself, again the odd one or two scratches, some deep ones below the door, though this is not going to be able to polish out, as I can get my nail into pretty much every one of those scratches. So again, that's probably going to require a smart repair. There's lighter scratches around it, that should be able to mop out. Again, some light scratches there. Door edge, just a couple of minor little chips in there. Sills, a couple of light scratches. Roof bars and sunroof on top. Looking at the rear passenger door, as you can see, you've got some scratches. This one going down the door, which clearly stands out going along there. That's just going to need a little bit of a mop. It's not too heavy at all really. Apart from that, you've got some stone chips around the rear arch, and again some light scratches on the door. Door edge is fine, no chips at all there. Looking around the rear arch, no real sign of any damage. Again, some light scratches. Looking at the rear tyre, we're looking at about 3 to 4mm tread. And looking at the offside rear alloy, again looking at the condition, there is scratches around the spokes and the alloy. As you can see on the very outside edge there, there's a couple of scratches. No real sign of any curbing or scuff marks at all though. And moving towards the rear end of the car. Looking at the bumper corner here, as you can see, it has got a scuff mark. It has taken the paint off slightly. You've got some scratches down here as well. So again, just be wary of that. A little chip in the paintwork there requires some touch-ins. You've got rear parking sensors on the vehicle. You've got some fairly deep scratches there on the boot lid. And then as you can see, we've got little nicks in the paintwork all along the boot edge here. So as you can see, you've got little chips all the way along this boot edge, so it's going to need a respray. You can see you've got what appears to be a deep sort of crease in the bumper. You can get your nail into that, as you can see. And then there's an even deeper one just below it as well. And as you can see, there's quite a deep crease in the rear bumper of the car. So obviously just be wary of that there. It's going to require some work. Chips all along the rear bumper here as well, some little minor ones there. And apart from that, you've got some light scratches on the actual boot itself. Now taking a look inside the boot. Now it's a lot better inside. You've got your parcel shelf there. Condition wise, looks fairly well, relatively clean. Obviously no spare wheel, just your battery etc. in there, so that's in fairly good order. And moving round to the near side rear tyre. Taking a look there, we're looking at about 3mm of tread. And then looking at the near side rear alloy. Condition wise, as you can see, got some minor little scuff marks around the outside edge there. Scratches against some of the spokes, but again not too bad, but a possible refurb. Looking down the near side of the body, you've got some small dents on the rear door located around there. Apart from that, I couldn't see anything else. Again, we've got light scratches going all the way down. The paintwork looks like it's been brushed against the hedge or something. Rear door edge is fine, against some slight stone chips around the rear arch there. Again, front door edge is fine, but there is some light scratches to both the doors. Also a couple of nicks that are going to require a couple of touch-ins. Scratches to the mirror, scratches around the front section. Deep scratches here, looks like it's had some paint, but as you can see it sort of ran. So again, that might require some more paint. And the front tyre, we're looking at about 4 to 5mm. Near side front alloy, again, you've got some curbing to the top there. Scratches to the spokes. Again, some very light scuff marks around the outside edge as well, so still going to require potential refurb. Got light scratches going down the front bump corner, and as you can see it's quite hard to spot. Here's your normal paint, and here's what appears to be some paint on top, quite a bit of actually, as you can see runs up the front quarter of the car there. I don't know if they've tried to cover something up. Front parking sensors, again you've got these sort of paint markings on the front bumper there. You can see one there as well, so obviously just be wary of that. Got what appears to be lacquer peel on the front bumper, as you can see around the sensors, etc. Some stone chips on the front as well, as you can see. Offside front quarter's fine, and then just a couple of stone chips on the bonnet, but as you can see there is quite a bit of overspray on the bonnet as well. Taking a look at the interior. Inside, now it's a lot better condition inside. The full black leather interior looks very well for its age. It's very tidy, there's no signs of any damage. Door panels, back of the seats are exactly how they should be. So again, it's a lot better condition on the interior. Now taking a look at your driver's seat. Again, good condition, just needs a bit of a clean. Slight bit of wear in there on the bolster, but again, it's just age-related marks. Front passenger seat, again, it's a slight bit of wearing, but no signs of any damage. Centre console and dash is in nice condition. You've got the brushed aluminium finish. Steering wheel's got a slight bit of wearing around it, but again, it's age-related. Automatic headlights, you do have the xenon headlights as well. And stepping inside the car, now we do have two sets of keys with the vehicle, as you can see there. And if we just look at the dash whilst we start the vehicle, as you can see, it's overdue a service by 17,175. Now starting the vehicle, there's no issues at all starting the car. You've even got just over a quarter of a tank of diesel in there, which is nice. Multifunction steering wheel with cruise control, CD and radio. As you can see, no issues at all functioning that. Looking at the blowers, they work fine. Air conditioning comes out lovely and cold. Heated seats down here as well. All your buttons, etc. For your downhill descent, parking sensors, etc. It does an automatic transmission. Now, looking at the documents, looking at the V5 for the car, believe it or not, has only had one owner, so only one owner on the car, which is nice. MOT expiry date here is 22nd of July 2016. No advisory information in there either, which is nice. And service history. Now, looking at the service history, you got one there, PDI done at 6, you got the one at 20, one there at 41. Now, there was a bit of a jump to 76, which was a non-franchise dealer. Now, I've got a receipt as well from that garage that it had a new turbo at that mileage, so it did have a new turbo as well as the service. So it has had a new turbo quite recently as well, so obviously quite an expensive job. There we go, that's the 2008 BMW X3 xDrive20d M Sport. Now, there's no symbols appearing on the dash now, but as you do drive the car, unfortunately they're not seeming to pop up at the moment. There we go, as you can see, the 4x4 symbol has turned on, and there we go as well. That is the ABS light turning on, and obviously the other indication. You've also got your passenger airbag turning on there as well. So obviously when the car's standing still, none of those were showing. As you slightly move the car, those symbols are appearing. So obviously just be wary that it could be a problem with the four-wheel drive or the brake system. Apart from that, it's the 2008 BMW X3.